Hey everyone, today I've just got a replay analysis that I did for one of my students, and I did it as a video, and I asked him if he minded if I put it on my YouTube channel. He said he didn't care, so I'm going to throw it up here on for you guys to watch. So hope you enjoy. It's a really long game, but trust me when I say there are some payoff moments for sure. Enjoy! Hello again, Zardoc. Thank you for purchasing another replay. I hope there will be plenty to learn from this extremely long game. I can't tell if I'm excited or scared actually, because you see I got quite of the way through it, just reviewing it a little bit beforehand, but oh my god, long epic game. So I'm pretty excited. I hope you don't expect me to be like getting the whole commentator chat going, because oh, my throat would be killing me. In fact, I might actually take a break in the middle of this cast to go like eat a meal. Okay, so TvT on Xel Naga Caverns. The first thing that jumps into my mind is how incredibly small this base is. If you're a Terran player and you need to fit in a bunch of production facilities, or Protoss for that matter, there is not much room to do it. And that actually creates a really big vulnerability to any kind of siege tank pressure, because you can actually put siege tanks all along here, and the blue player will be in a terrible position trying to defend that. So it is good that he's building this barracks as close as possible to his command center, and in general I would recommend not walling off versus another Terran. There's just abusive strategies you can do with having a siege tank and a bunker, or siege tank and turret down here, and just busting down your wall, or just setting up a little bit outside of it and containing you and then expanding. It can be quite awful if you're going for a siege tank build yourself, that is. If you're going for banshees or something, then it's not as bad, but still I would strongly urge not to wall off against Terran. Your standard build. I like it. I wouldn't bother chasing him with so many SCVs. This might have just been an oversight, but definitely only chase with one. There's really no point in having two. And it. So let's see what scouting is going on. So you saw about as much as you can usually see from a Terran this early game. It's maybe possible you could have kept your SCV alive to see the second barracks, but I wouldn't really count on it. So now is about the time that I would be... Oh, look at that! You read my mind! Awesome! I was just about to say, now is about the time that I would try to poke that SCV in, see what you can see. So I like that quite a bit. He's conveniently placing a factory for you here. And, oh no! Oh no! That is unfortunate. I don't like the scouting pattern at all, actually. There you go. Okay, so you see the factory. Good. And you are going for... looks like a Banshee opening. Looks a lot like a Banshee opening. And he's going for tanks. He is likely going for a siege tank, a siege tank Viking. Throwing down a scan. So let's see here. He does not see this. He cannot see that you're going for a starport or going for a Banshee. If he's super smart, he could probably guess that from the lack of buildings here. I guess not being the barracks. So let's see what his reaction is. I'm curious if he builds a Viking before getting an add-on, because he seems to favor the not having add-ons kind of style. Oh, and he's throwing down another scan. Yeah, that was, and definitely seeing the cloaked banshees coming. So, what is a solid follow-up once your cloaked banshees have been scouted? Choosing to cancel. I think that's a reasonable choice, but I would prefer to see a response as expanding, because if he's seeing cloaked banshees, he's all of a sudden thinking, well, I gotta get a turret, or I gotta get a bunker up. He's saying, I gotta get some turrets up. It's gonna definitely delay his expansion. He's having to get an engineering bay and turrets. Look at that, spending even more money on turrets. He's probably gonna get this reactor out and start pumping Vikings. So I think if you're going to cancel, much rather go for an expand, because all that's happening here is your tech is getting behind because you committed to a certain tech and then had to basically go back and to the start and start battling him for an army. And I bet if I hit A right now, he's got a much bigger army. Supply count is close, but he does have a bigger army. SCV count's good. I would, if I was doing this build, I would, unless you're really going for a totally committed attack, trying to all in basically off one base, I would cut one or two of these barracks out and expand quite a bit sooner. Because he is basically, it looks like he may be expanding relatively quickly, but I don't know, we'll see. Actually really badly supply blocked right now. And 51 supply to 51 supply. Yeah. If this command center was already an orbital command, you would be certainly in a commanding lead at this moment. Cool drop. There we go. Ouch, ouch. I would get your SCVs out of there. If there's a siege tank in your business, get out. Oof, ugh. I was just imagining a siege tank getting a shot right there. Oh, that'd be so sick. Okay, so right now, I would not be scared at all to split your army. Maybe put 3 marauders and a marine or 2 up here, and then your siege tank and however much you have left over here. It's definitely okay if there's this dropship harass like this happening to split up your forces. Also be getting a Viking, because you want to shut down, as soon as you shut down this medevac, everything else is no problem. You've got an army that can beat him. You cannot beat him in the air though. So yeah, definitely a Viking. As soon as you see the drop coming, you might want to just go ahead and start getting a Viking in case it becomes a persistent harass like that, because that was actually quite damaging. It was damaging in terms of SCVs lost. Let's see, units. So you're at 20 SCVs and he's at 34. So he's looking pretty nice right now. It was also just damaging in terms of attention. If you're having to spend all your attention doing that, then your macro is definitely slipping. And you can see that it's happening. You're at, before that harass, you were both at 51, I think. Now you're at 62, he's at 78. And he hasn't expanded. He has his expansion up. Yeah, and if you're supply blocked, throw down that supply drop. It just hurts so much to be supply blocked. About the planetary fortress. I'm unsure how I feel about this, because there is the fact that yes, this is a very wide open expansion. It's very hard to defend, but versus someone who I'm curious to see what he does. I don't know. The orbital commands and mules are just so powerful in a macro game. I don't know. It seems important to have. Because I don't feel like the planetary fortress is going to protect you from too much. Because it's not going to protect you versus a air harassment, obviously. And there's so much room behind these mineral lines that for anything to harass your SCVs, they can just stand back here, and it's no problem to still kill your SCVs. And I think the defensive act of the planetary fortress is only going to come into play if, you know, he is going for siege tanks. He's got to put his siege tanks or his marines like this close to the planetary fortress, and if his units are that close, you're probably losing the game anyway. So 110 to 94. Not a huge disparity. Now, this is the part of the game where most players, I'd say around Platinum League, Platinum or Gold, their macro really kind of starts to shake. I should still be seeing SCVs come out of every single one of these orbital commands all the time. Especially in a game like a Terran vs. Terran, where clearly both of you are going for turtle-ish strategies. Look how many missile turrets those Banshees forced. And all those missile turrets are completely worthless. Not doing a thing. So I think had you canceled your Banshee and then went for either a mass bio timing attack, although actually I don't like that, probably an expansion followed by some kind of timing attack, I think it would have been in fantastic shape. Oh, right now, opportunity to stim and run in and kill those siege tanks before they stim. Before they siege, stim and snipe them. So run some marauders forward and go get those siege tanks. You cannot take this many siege shots. Nope. Alright, I'm gonna back up a little bit, and we're just gonna count. We're gonna count how many of this splash, like full shots, each of these tanks get. And that number is gonna be quite high, and when you look at that number and you look at the size of your army, you just have to know there's no way it can survive that many hits from a siege tank. So, if you're ever going to engage in a battle and you feel like your siege tanks are going to, or the opponent's siege tanks is going to get more than like 2 or 3 shots, unless you've got a massive army, you're better off just backing off. You've got stim, so you can run away quickly. Maybe only take 1 more shot as you're leaving, but yeah, let's look at and see how many shots these siege tanks get. So both of those. Okay. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So each of these got, oh, I don't think I can even see that one to count it. Yeah, that was a lot of shots. That was a lot of shots. There's no winning a battle for anyone of any race if you are taking that many shots from individual siege tanks.